This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Nix. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, here's Nix. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Throwing Nix. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Nix from the shotgun. Another catch there for Waddle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw is Nix. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Ritter. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On play action, here's Ritter. And going deep for Hill. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A big play there for Philly. 53 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Eagles 21, Chiefs 7.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Ritter to throw it. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll be a gain of 16. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Chiefs. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Working from the gun, Ritter. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 2nd and 6. Ritter now. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And out across midfield down to the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Going play action. Ritter. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Go street. Don't go 18. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw, Ritter. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big...
He's got a man, complete. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Now for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Score Eagles 42, Chiefs 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now it's Nix. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there for KC. 42 yards.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
The 16-yard line.
Looking to throw. Nix. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
He wanted to find his receiver there, but a little too much air on the throw for them to connect in the end zone.
In motion goes the tight end. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to the air with Nix. That is caught. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Eagles. Now the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Eagles 49, Chiefs 28.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 10.
On play action, here's Nix. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's going to flip that. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Ritter has it knocked down. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want. How about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
He's got Smith here. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Here we go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Nix. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going. It's Nix. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
23 yards, the final tally. And now here's a carry heading left. A beautiful fake. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Out to his left. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Chiefs 28.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. On fourth down, Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on fourth, they'll work from the 20 on first down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Second down and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Firing quickly here, played. And out of bounds all the way down at up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Here we go, set. 17
They'll try to run this one in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Hawk 70. Set it. Check go.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs get a bit closer.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Oh, what a move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Ritter will set up to throw it. On the move to his left. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
2nd and 11. Looking to throw it here. Ridder. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Ridder. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
We're back now in KC. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Ridder back to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Ridder from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a 1st down there to the tight end.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Keon Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Sheds off the tackle. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing Nix. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw, here's Nix.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's Nix. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Ritter. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Keon Coleman
from 4 yards out.
And the Eagles up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
70. Chiefs 42.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
It's now 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Room here to run. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Nix to the air.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Extra point forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Nix. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.